short 10-minute practice, but extremely powerful. So one of the major intentions behind the desert and the desert sessions is to create a platform of classes and support to allow you to create a really consistent and dedicated practice on your mat. And this requires us to get on our mat every single day. So that consistency is extremely important. Now, I also know how life goes, and sometimes getting on our mat for a full hour and a half practice isn't exactly what we need, both from a physical perspective, but also from a mental perspective. So I use this practice either when I'm short on time or when life is really intense and I need a big shift in my energy. So maybe you're moving through intense times, you have a lot of anxiety, and you can feel it throughout your body, in your chest, in your shoulders, wherever it is. Use this practice to just help you move into that next stage and that next step and freeing up your energy a little bit. I hope you enjoy, and always reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, so let's come onto our hands and knees. You want to keep your shoulders directly over your wrist and your hips directly over your knees. So all we're doing here is moving with cat-cow, but there's a little more intention and focus into the breath. So grounding down strongly through your hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And with your inhale, let's bring our gaze up towards the ceiling, curling your tailbone up. And then exhale, draw, curling up through the spine, draw your gaze towards your belly button. And then just keep moving with this breath and this action of the body. And as the spine starts to open up for you, I want you to speed up your practice a little bit. So eventually you can move quite quickly as long as you're keeping the intention and the stability throughout your hands and through your knees. Okay? So your biggest focus here is obviously your breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And just keep moving through the spine. Very good. We're going to stay here a little bit longer than you normally would, kind of moving past your comfort zone. So it's repetitive, but again, really strong at moving your energy. Maybe speeding it up a little bit more. Couple more here. Good, and then let's come back here, lifting the spine up towards the ceiling, curling here. Draw your gaze towards your belly button. Hold the breath at your inhale. And a full exhale out. Bring your sit bones back onto your heels, resting your hands onto your knees, and just settle into your natural breath here, maybe closing your eyes. Just noticing those subtle sensations moving through the body. Beautiful. Now let's place our hands back down into the mat. We're going to come up onto our toes. So your heels are going to touch if possible. Your toes are slightly apart and your feet are wide here. Okay. So you can watch me for the first one and then move into the posture. So on your inhale, you're straightening your legs, bringing your heels down towards the mat. And then exhale, your heels lift up and your gaze comes up. Okay. So again, inhale, gaze comes towards your belly button, drop your heels. And then exhale, bring your gaze up, lift through the heels. And keep moving with this breath again. Good. And same idea here. As you start to warm up, you're going to start to speed up the posture. Inhaling and exhaling. So it's a strong breath and a little quicker than we're probably used to in our practice. Good. And as the intensity rises in the legs, just intensify your breath and ground your focus down into the body. Understanding that moving through discomfort is part of our practice, both on our mat and off our mat. Good, we're going to do 10 more here. Let's do 5 more. 2 and 1. Keep your legs straight. Start to just fold forward. You can grab onto opposite elbow. Maybe moving from side to side. Good, and then let's come down onto our knees. And we're gonna move into camel posture. So coming up onto our knees, you wanna stack your hips, or your hips directly over your knees, and bring your hands onto your lower back. So we're again holding this for quite some time with a really big focus onto the breath. So you don't want to come too back far into the posture that you can't hold it. So let's start to just organize the body here. Pulling up on the pelvic floor, draw your belly button back towards your spine, find that lift. And then as we start to come back, what we're doing here is using breath of fire. So the breath is in through the nose and a really big focus on the exhale out through the nose. Okay? So as you come back, you can start into your breath. And you keep moving through that breath as I instruct you, as much as you can. If it gets too intense, just settle back into your natural breath for a few counts and then move back into breath of fire. Good. So we are literally pumping energy through the body, getting rid of any stagnant energy that needs to move, and making space for new energy to enter. Again, let's lift up, keep up with that breath. We're going to do 10 more here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, sit back onto your heels. Resting your hands onto your knees. You can close your eyes here for a few breaths and just settle down the breath. Slow everything down, dropping your energy back into your body. Good, and then let's open our eyes. Swinging your feet off to the side, coming onto your sit bones. So we're going to use that same breath that we just worked with, breath of fire, in out through the nose, and really focus on the exhales. Okay. So here we're going to come into Navasana, so boat posture, and that same breath. Okay. So let's move into the posture. Arms out by your side, lifting your toes, lifting your head up, long spine, and then starting to the breath. Good, again. Then we're going to do 2 more sets of 10. Last set. Take an inhale and exhale, release. Good. Bringing your knees in towards your chest. Again, just taking some nice deep breaths here. And then you can move into Shavasana. Arms are going to come by your side. Straighten your legs, letting your feet flop up to the side. Just organizing the body here to relax for the next few minutes. Allowing all that new energy to settle down into the body. You can stay here as long as you want, or for as much time as you have. You can inhale your knees in towards your chest, rolling onto the side of your body, and gently make your way up to a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste.